Welcome to Living Lotus Yoga. I'm Carole, and today I'll be guiding you through a beginner's yoga class. This class's main focus is on reconnection. So whether that's reconnecting to your practice because you've been away from it for a little while, or whether you are completely new to yoga, this class is going to give you the opportunity to reconnect to your body, reconnect to your mind, just reconnect to you. So to begin, you're just going to come to the very top of your mat. Bring your feet about hip distance apart. You're going to press them firmly down into the ground. Roll your shoulders down your back. You can close your eyes if you like, and we'll just take one big belly breath. Inhale through the nose, fill your belly. Sigh it out through your mouth. Inhale, you're going to reach your arms all the way up to the ceiling. And then exhale, we're just going to float them all the way back down to our sides. Bringing your hands to your hips, let's come into a gentle side bend. So we're going to start to tilt it over towards our right side, still pressing firmly through the soles of the feet. And then you can just release the left hand from the left hip. Let it reach down alongside your body. And come up through center, and we'll switch that to the other side. So starting to tilt over to your left, your right hand, just holding down beside the body. And bring it back up and into center. One more time, inhale to reach to the ceiling. And exhale to come into a forward fold. So you're going to bend nice and generously through your knees. Drop your head down. See if you can bring your belly to your thighs. Big bend to your knees, and you can take a little sway from side to side if you would like. Just taking this moment to start to prepare your body and your mind for your practice. Maybe even setting an intention, something that's going to serve you here on the mat or as you go about the rest of your day. And on your next inhale, you're going to come up to a half fold. Nice flat back. You can roll your shoulders down the back. And then exhale, fold fully. Again, generous bend to your knees. Plant your hands down. You're going to send your right leg out behind you. Right knees coming all the way down onto the ground. Left foot staying right where it is. And from here, we'll start to get light on our fingertips. Start to lift your heart, lift your gaze forward. Belly drawn into the spine. Couple of breaths. And then we're going to go for a little walk, still light on the fingertips, walking our hand around the outside of the left leg, so coming into a gentle twist. And don't worry if you don't get all the way to the outside of the left leg, just working within your range of motion. And then we're going to walk it around to the other side, all the way outside of your left leg, so you're coming into a twist. And slowly bring your hands back to framing your left foot. From here, you'll rise up into your low lunge. Hold and settle, shoulders softening down your back. Couple of breaths. And slowly, we're going to start to bring our hands all the way down to our hips, and we're going to send a little bit of length through the left leg. Not a lot, just a little. Rocking your hips backwards, but trying to keep the hips over the right knee. And then slowly rocking it forward. And then we'll rock it back once again. A little bit of length through your front leg. And rock it back. Fold down, hands framing the left foot. Tuck your toes on your bat leg just briefly so you can send your left foot to meet your right, then drop your knees, supported plank. Hug your elbows and very slowly bring yourself all the way down, belly to your mat. From here, plant your forearms. We're going to come up for Sphinx pose. So pressing firmly through the forearms, pointing the toes, lifting your heart, lifting your gaze forward. Shoulders, they're dropping down from your ears. Couple more breaths. And then we're going to drop our head down. Draw your hands back underneath your shoulders and you're going to press yourself up and find a tabletop position. Knees directly underneath your hips. Bring your hands a little bit ahead of your shoulders. Hold into your tabletop. Take a couple of breaths. And then we're just going to tuck our toes, lift our seat a little bit and walk it to the top of your mat. Come back into that forward fold. Nice generous bend to the knees. And when you're ready, inhale and rise all the way back up to standing nice and slow and bring your hands back down, heart center. Other side, inhale to reach. Exhale, fold it back down, forward fold again, generous bend to the knees. Plant your hands and send your left knee out behind you this time. So we're coming back into that low lunge on the other side. We're going to become light on the fingertips. Lift your head, lift your heart. Hold for a couple of breaths. And then just start to walk it around outside of the right leg. And then walking it around away from your right leg. So walking it around to the left and coming into your twist. And then back to center. Framing your right foot. When you're ready, you're going to inhale and rise all the way up and find your low lunge. And then just settle here for a few breaths. Deep breaths. Slowly bringing your hands down to your hips. We're going to start to send a little bit of length through that forward leg again. So rocking the hips back, a little bit of length through your right leg. Hold. And then rocking your hips forward. And we'll do that again. Rocking your hips back, a little bit of length through your front leg. And rocking your hips forward. And then fold, framing your front foot. Tuck the toes on your back leg, your left foot. Lift the knee briefly. Send your right foot to meet your left. Both knees back down to the mat. Slowly hug your elbows. Lower your belly all the way down. You're going to plant your forearms once again. And come up for Sphinx. We'll hold here for a couple of breaths. Encourage your shoulders to roll down your back. And then dropping your head back down. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up and find tabletop position. Hold your table. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees just a little. Walk it forward. Top of the mat. Forward fold. Generous bend to your knees. Come up for your half fold. Flat back. Down, full fold. Sweep your arms, let's come up to rise. And palms down to heart center. We're going to pause here. 3 big breaths. You can sigh these breaths out through your mouth, especially if you've noticed your heart rate or breathing rate started to pick up. And then we're going to inhale, reach back up for the ceiling. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, full fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands. Send your right knee back out behind you. We're coming back into that low lunge. From here, we're going to root our right hand down and we're going to send our left hand to the ceiling. So we're coming into a twist. If you find you have any discomfort here in the left shoulder, you're actually just going to bring your left hand to your left hip into your twist. Slowly you'll guide your left hand down to the ground. And then you'll send your right hand up to the ceiling. Again, it's always optional to bring the hand to the hip. And guide your hand down. When you feel ready, slight engagement of the core, drawing your navel in towards your spine and rise in your low lunge. Settle. Softening through the shoulders. Bring your palms together. Guide them back down to heart center. We're going to come into a little bit of a prayer twist here. You're going to bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. So a little fold forward. Gently come through center. Reach your hands. Fold, frame your foot. We're going to send our left foot back to meet our right. Both knees to the ground. And again, hugging your elbows, belly down to the mat. Forearms planting down. Inhaling to lift for Sphinx. Take a couple of breaths here. And then slowly guide yourself down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Press up, tabletop position. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees just a little. Walk it forward. Forward fold. Top of the mat. Generous bend to your knees. Head hanging heavy. Coming up for a half fold. Down for a full fold. And then rising all the way up. And palms down. One more flow to go. Inhale, reach. Fold it down. Find your half fold. Find your full fold. Plant your hands. This time you're going to send your left knee out behind you. Bring it down to the ground. From here, your left hand roots and your right hand will come up towards the ceiling into your twist, or bringing the hand to the hip. We'll drop our right hand and send our left hand to the ceiling. Left hand down. Engage your core slightly and rise up into your low lunge. And then just take a moment, pause, notice how your body feels. Palms together down to heart center, coming into your prayer twist if you would like to. So left elbow coming to the outside of the right knee, little fold forward here. Come through center, reach. Hands coming down to frame your foot. Send your right foot back to meet your left, knees to the mat. Hug your elbows, slowly lower all the way down. Last time, forearms planting down. Coming up, finding Sphinx. Breathing. Lower your head. Hands underneath the shoulders. Press up to table. Hold for a breath. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees a little and walk it forward. Find your forward fold. And we'll pause on this forward fold. Keep bending the knees. Head dropping down. If you would like to, you can bring your hands to the back of your head and just rest for a few breaths. Even adding in a little sway. And you can come up, finding a half fold. Down once more for your full fold. When you're ready, inhale to rise. Nice and slow. Palms together. Draw it all the way down to heart center. Pause here. Allow yourself a couple more deep breaths. And once again, now notice how your body feels, how your mind feels, how you feel. We'll take one last breath all together. Inhale to reach and lengthen. Exhale, draw your palms back down to your heart center. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. Namaste.